Welcome to Talks, everybody. I'm your host, Kevin. In today's video, I'm going to be responding to hate comments. My wife, who's off camera, she has saved multiple hate comments that you guys have commented. Well, not necessarily you guys, but people have commented on my channel throughout the years of my channel being a thing. So we're going to respond to those in this video.
First up, we have your first video, Gay Man States Incorrect Facts About the Bible. You got
That's a good one.
First one is from Noah Burleson 808. You are one ignorant F.
Like the letter F or the word, like the F
The
word?
F word.
The F word, okay. That's it, just I'm one ignorant F.
That was the whole comment.
Wow. Very, very genius of you. Very wise words. Nothing like that would ever have been said ever again. Just truly world-changing. I don't know why you'd call me an ignorant F. I mean, I was very clear in my video. I had a lot of evidence to back up my claims. I mean, yeah, I talked about scripture. I mean, I read scripture right from the word. And the guy on TikTok, Lethal Tim, in that video, was talking about how the Bible doesn't say anything about being gay is wrong, and that's incorrect. I don't know why that makes me ignorant. If that makes me ignorant, whatever. Moving on.
From Matthew Deers 7687. Thank you, Ken, for your superior analysis. Your intelligence is truly much greater than any quote-unquote libtard.
So I'm guessing he's being sarcastic.
I'm sure, yeah.
So when I first saw that comment, I actually thought he was being like serious, so I liked the comment. Now that I've gotten older, it's clearly sarcasm, because no one talks like that. And you're right, my intelligence is superior. Thank you.
Next up is from your next video, CNN, Why People Are Not Voting for Trump. And this, you have a comment from Hannah HR. 5103. Educate yourself. Ignorance is an issue. Grow up and learn.
Wait, grow up? I'm 6'3". So just educate myself? I'm pretty sure I do. I mean, I study, I research. You guys don't see what goes on behind the scenes for these videos, but I probably put like 10 hours worth of work into like almost every video. Between research, recording, editing, thumbnails, and stuff like that, I probably put in about 10 hours worth of effort into these videos. And I educate myself. I do educate myself. I mean, I read books all the time. I read articles all the time. I'm always learning things. Just because we disagree doesn't mean I'm not educated.
Alright. So this one is from your Untold Truth of George Floyd's Death.
Okay. That one, not a lot of people like that video.
This is from Hannah HR.
So the same one from last time?
Yeah.
Okay.
No matter what George Floyd did, he should not have been murdered by the policeman. You don't want to see the real world. You have your Trump Bible ignorance blinders on. Take them off and pull your head out of your butt and look around and see the hate in this world.
Did she say butt?
Yeah.
Okay.
That grows even more because of people like you. Grow up and quit posting this stuff online.
No, I'm not going to quit posting. And I agree with you. I don't think George Floyd should have died, but I doubt his death could have been preventable. It was very clear that his death wasn't very preventable. The police had no involvement in his death. It was very clear the police had no involvement in his death. If you read the autopsy report, it's very clear that in the autopsy report, George Floyd was dying from excited delirium, and he was going through an overdose and stuff like that. The cop had so little involvement with his death that if you actually look at the autopsy report, the only thing the cop did to George Floyd was give him a minor shoulder injury. So it's very clear the cop did not do anything wrong, obviously. Could he have responded better? Maybe. maybe there's a better way to have responded, but I don't think his death was very preventable.
Well, the next comment is also from that video from Merben. I was going to respond, but I think this most accurately sums up my thoughts after watching this. Then he posted a video which you can link into the video.
Alright, we'll just play the video real quick.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I don't know why people were dislike that video. All I did was, literally, all I did in that video was I posted the police body cam footage of what happened before George Floyd's death. Because for the longest time, that was hidden from us for months on end. The whole George Floyd incident. And I feel like if these parts were shown in the originally, about 2 months ago, it could have saved hundreds of lives. That body cam footage was hidden. And then this body cam footage was released where George Floyd is very clearly saying, "I can't breathe," while not being on his stomach.
Okay, man, okay? I'm not a bad guy, man. In the car. I'm not a bad guy. Please, take a seat. Please, man, please. No, take a seat. I can't joke. I can't breathe, doctor. Please.
He was already saying, "I cannot breathe," when he was in the police car. It's very clear. The evidence is very clear. But I guess people don't like the truth. People like to put their own blinders on, to quote the other comment. Alright, next comment.
Alright, this next comment is from your video titled BLM is more political than you thought, from Matthew Deers 7687.
So the same comment from the other video.
Alternate title: Young Trump supporter learns how the internet works. And I think where they're getting this from is because you were doing a Google search.
This comment doesn't make a lot of sense, really. Because if you watch my video, my main purpose of that video was I discovered that BLM was directly giving money to Act Blue, which is the Democratic donation company. If you go on BLM.com and you hit the button donate, it actually forwards you to the website Act Blue. It forwards you to that website. My point of making that video was to show that.
You people who think that BLM is not political, then why is their money that some people probably donate going to a white Democrat?
That BLM is not about helping black people and saving black lives. It's about serving a political agenda. That's all it's about. It's not anything to do with helping black lives and saving black lives and giving money to the black communities. It's just about white Democrats.
So your next comment is from your video. Keith Olbermann said Trump should be given the death penalty 200,000 times. And this is from Aniet Poetry 601. Trump denied COVID even existed in the U.S. until it was too late.
Whoa.
He should go to jail. He will be assassinated or shunned to the outskirts of this country as soon as he is walking the streets of New York City. He's scared, which is why he's holding on so hard. Grow up. You're not even old enough to vote. You have zero life experience.
Wow, very, very smart analyzation there. First part of that, Trump did not deny COVID ever existing. He never said that. The quote, because when people say that Trump said that COVID was a hoax, he was actually talking about his stress levels going up. Because people were like, "Oh, he's stressful, he's stressing out," and stuff like that. And Trump was talking about COVID, and then he goes, "Moving on to our new hoax," or to the new hoax, or whatever. I don't remember exactly word for word what he said. But he goes, "And moving on to the new hoax, they think I'm like stressed out about this impeachment stuff." Because remember, You say that Trump didn't do anything with COVID, but remember, the Democrats were the ones trying to impeach Trump while COVID was a main deal. Dr. Fauci knew about COVID since 2019. They could have easily prevented it, but they didn't care. They didn't want to do it. They wanted to get Trump out of office. That's all they cared about. They didn't care about saving lives. And remember, when Trump did the travel ban to try to keep the virus over in the foreign countries, you know what the Democrats did? You're racist. Like, what does that have to do with anything? He's trying to prevent the virus from coming over to America. And you guys, like, dude, the Democrats were not helpful at all during the COVID era. Also, Keith Olbermann's an idiot. He literally called Riley Gaines a terrible swimmer because she couldn't beat a actual male at swimming. So he's also a scumbag. Next comment.
Next comment is from your Breonna Taylor statue gets vandalized. This is from Detox Nixon 6052.
I like that name.
You're a fascist, racist.
Yeah.
That's the whole comment.
Thanks for the compliment. I understand the Democrats, like, oh, you're a fascist, you're a fascist, you're a racist. Did I say anything that's racist? It just doesn't make sense. Because there are actual fascists and racists out there. And they just, instead of attacking those people, they're like, oh, no, this guy who supports Trump is a racist and fascist. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Alright, so this is your long one from your Kevin Nash Block Me on Instagram video. So bear with me. It's from Jay Moeller. Wow, how are you going to say anything about grammar when your comprehension of that grammar is clueless? And his Depends is referring to someone wearing a product called Depends was not used in the context well, it depends.
I'm being attacked right now.
Are you even old enough to know what is going on, or are you just talking out of your butt, repeating what your parents were talking about during dinner? No wonder you got blocked. Would you like me to pause there so you can break it down?
No, you can keep going for now.
Over a year, and I'm the only comment you can generate, and it's only due to your total ignorance. LOL. Anyone trying to have a serious depth and political conversation or debate on a social media platform that's intention is to be a short
Can I get down now?
and to the point way of communication, or
Thank you.
even better, IG,
no, you
where
don't.
the interaction was intended to be a short comment to a visual pictorial post, is just typing nonsense to try and get attention and be confrontational for no reason, but to try and convince themselves they actually know, actual know something, which is normally that they know nothing of actual use or importance. Look how long this is rambling on for, and I haven't even gotten to the political element of this video's theme yet. But the numbers, comments, and views don't lie. You should really think about changing to a different gimmick. It's quite obvious there's not any interest in what you're doing or saying. I appreciate the entire premise of pro-America, but my man, you look like you're 14. Nobody thinks you've even had anything in your life that was influenced by anything political. Have you even paid $1 in taxes yet, or have a family member die from a curable disease because their insurance didn't cover a certain procedure or checkup?
So for those of you who don't know, I just read the entire book of Philemon and the comment's still going.
Paid $1 in taxes yet, or have a family member die from a curable disease because their insurance didn't cover a certain procedure or checkup? Have you had a sheriff knock on your door because the IRS issue a warrant in your name for unpaid taxes because they messed up and calculated your military retirement pension as taxable income when it wasn't so? In reality, you didn't have unpaid taxes. the IRS actually owed you a tax refund. And when you take the letter that it took you 6 hours on the phone explaining their mistake to get the court clerk to prove that the warrant isn't valid, it was a mistake that had nothing to do with you making an error. And even though it was completely out of your hands and you're the one that found the issue and the IRS sent a letter saying it was completely their mistake, you still get stuck paying $300 in court filing fees. So the tax warrant that should have never been valid in the first place is actually no longer valid, and you don't get arrested or have your monetary income or savings garnished or your physical property and belongings taken away and sold to pay for the money you never actually owed. When you can talk on topics that are influenced by political situations, outcomes, and policies or lack thereof, then maybe give this another shot. Till then, start a Pokemon Go channel or something people your age can relate to.
First of all, I was 17 or 16 when I started this channel. The Pokemon comment, I don't even think I can name 5 Pokemon. I'm going to try, but I'm not a dork, so I don't know much about Pokemon. Let's see. There's Pikachu, Charizard, Charmander, and Squirtle. And I think that's all of them, actually. I don't even think there is 5, to be honest with you. But to respond to your first claim about the depends thing, Kevin Nash, in his comment, when he commented about the depends, the D in depends is a lowercase d. So even if I was wrong about what he was talking about, his grammar is still messed up because he didn't use proper grammar. He didn't capitalize the D in the word depends. So that means that he is using poor grammar. My point still stands. Also, just because why does everyone think that because you're young means you can't have an opinion on politics or study politics or be interested in politics? Okay, imagine if like a Nazi who's like 90 years old told you you're not allowed to have an opinion on Adolf Hitler, and you cannot say what Adolf Hitler said was wrong because you weren't old enough to vote for Adolf Hitler or vote against Adolf Hitler. That would be insane. That would be stupid. But here you are, and here are a bunch of other people saying that I'm young, I'm inexperienced, I don't know what I'm talking about. And I've had life experience. Okay, my grandma was in the hospital. She was at a nursing home while COVID was going on, right? And you know how the Democrats were like going into nursing homes and like getting people sick and people were dying?
Last March, Cuomo issued a mandate allowing some 9,000 COVID-positive patients into nursing homes.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to see my grandmother until she was already like just about to die, before I was allowed to even see her. I wasn't allowed to see her until she was pretty much already on her deathbed, and it was already too late. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't say anything to her. She couldn't say anything to me. Okay, that is terrible. So yes, I have been affected by political things. Obviously, it's not as much as some adults have, but I also haven't lived a lot of life. So for you to sit there and say that is just terrible. It's stupid. What I find funny is that you spent all that time commenting that comment and talking about how many views I don't get and stuff like that. You know what I really like is when I get under someone's skin that badly that they spend that much time. That probably took you a good 30 minutes to write all that. And I got so under your skin that you had to comment all of that. You had to write all those words and come up with all those things to say, whatever. That's what I find the most funny. Is that video only got like, 60-something views, and you spent all that time commenting all that, trashing me? Oh, by the way, this channel just broke over 10,000 views. So, thank you guys for watching these videos. I really appreciate it.
Alright, so the first one is from your Alan Richardson video.
Okay, I got a lot of views.
By Pinecone Picker 1. According to this site, free speech is dead. Good job being a moron.
Free speech is dead. Did I do something I forgot about? Like, did I shoot Alan Richardson in the back of the head because he trashed on Christians or something? Like, what happened? Why is free speech dead?
Maybe because you're disagreeing with Alan Richardson.
I'm confused. I don't get that one.
No. you're a moron anyways.
I don't disagree. I am a moron.
According to this comment, so that would be probably why you...
No, I made that video talking about Alan Richardson trashing on Christian because he trashed on Christians, he trashed on Trump, and he trashed on cops. Okay? He said, like, cops get away with murder, and what he was saying was actually untrue. All the things he said in that video were untrue. He called Trump a rapist, which isn't true. He said cops get away with murder all the time, and that hairstylists have more training than cops, which is not true. And he called Christians a vitriolic tribe, which is not true. So that's why I made that video. Because Alan Richardson is not a great person. And it's going to show later this year when the views on Reacher Season 3 is going to tank. Because he trashed on his own fan base.
So, one comment from Mario Chunks. I can't take you serious. You're young and not yet experienced enough to live life's struggles, and your opinion is pretty arrogant, to be honest. Come back in 20 years and see if you still hold to the same stance.
My opinions came from the Bible. And if you actually watched that video, all the things I said came from the Bible. Not this Bible. I don't get why you think my opinions are going to change if I live more of life. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Because as long as I stay a Christian, they really shouldn't change. What I said was written in Scripture, found in Scripture, supported by Scripture. Yeah, if you're a Christian, stop living in sin. It's simple as that. And the other thing I don't get is why people always attack my age. If you reach a certain age, you just now have all moral superiority over everybody. I don't get it. Because, like, when do I stop being too young to have an opinion? Okay? When I was 16, I was too young to have an opinion. When I was 18, I was too young to have an opinion. Now I'm 20, and I'm still too young to have an opinion, even though I'm an adult. I don't get it. When does it end? Like, when do I become old enough to have my own opinion? It's the same stupid argument that the Fresh and Fit guys use against Brett Cooper.
The House 7827. So give us a better option than gold-digging entitled women who think they deserve the world because they simply exist. You accuse us of being attracted to cartoons when women are cartoonish parodies themselves. Go F yourself.
No. For real, though. Being attracted to cartoons is weird. I'm sorry. That's weird. You're like, that's weird. I stand by that. That's weird. Change from that. And I will advise you to find a good community with good people, like a church, and you will find good people at a church. Because most of the time, people who go to church, I'm saying most of the time, not all the time, most people who go to church have values. They're raised by people with values. You want to get in touch with women that have good values without going to a church? They also have The Right Stuff, which is a dating app for conservatives. And most of the time, the conservative women are the women that have father figures, usually very feminine, and they're not feminists. And Republican women are usually more attractive as well. So yeah, go check that out. Go check out the app by John McEntee, the Right Stuff. It's good. That's a good app.
Alright, our next comment is from Shadow Miss Wolf. Very intelligent comment. Some free advice for the little B male trying to talk to men who have done more than it has in its entire lifetime. STFU. While I myself will not participate in it, you have no conception why or how this came to be. Stop being a little blue-pilled beta B male and go see why some men, not all, have chosen this avenue over modern females. They aren't women, learn the difference. And some men don't have the capital or means to go overseas to find real women, so they choose this. Stop simping for females. Simping for females will get your blue-pilled, but nothing.
I'm guessing "but" is the A word.
A lot of that is filtered out, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, I'm not blue-pilled. I'm actually pretty based. Like, I say things all the time, like women can't drive, and they should be in the kitchen. So I'm pretty based. I'm not actually blue pill at all. Me saying that you shouldn't objectify women and treat women solely as objects for your own entertainment, that shouldn't be a blue pill thing. It shouldn't be a red pill thing. That should just be a common sense thing. If you are a B male, as you consider whatever, or if you're a man who can't get women, that's on you. You have to, especially in this modern dating scene, you have to be an exceptional male. You have to be almost perfect to get females now. Back in the day, men and women would be in the same town. They would meet together, go, hey, let's go get some coffee, or let's do this, and let's do that. Let's go to the park. Let's look at clouds or whatever. Nowadays, okay, every girl you know and talking to has 500 other dudes in her DMs telling her how much they love her and how great she is, how perfect she is. So unless you are an exceptional male, you're not going to get that. You have to be the exceptional male. You have to be intelligent. You have to be strong. You have to be protective. There's psychology tricks to this as well. You got to learn how to dress well. It's everything. You're just intelligent. That increases your attraction level up, like straight up. If you meet a girl from Turkey and she's pale skinned and she's, oh yeah, I'm from Turkey, and you go, so you're from Western Turkey, and then she's like, oh yeah, I'm from Western Turkey, how'd you know? And you could just give her the little history behind why Western Turkish people are not your traditional Turkish Arabs. It's all of this works together, and now it's much harder than it ever was. What I'm saying is the AI women is not worth it. It's not. It might seem fun. It's easy, obviously, but it's not worth it at the end. It's not. You're not going to have any satisfaction out of this at the end. You're still going to be depressed. You're still going to be alone. You're still going to be sad. It's not going to help you. All right, so this just in, I got more hate comments on my newest video that I just recorded yesterday. So she's gonna read those for us.
This is from the Hated Movie Reviewer, posted an hour ago. Wow, you're ignorant. I have plenty of female friends who I've never had any romantic feelings for, and vice versa. You shriek of somebody who's been rejected a lot in life.
I mean, the only girl I've ever dated is the same one I married. And also, just because you weren't romantically attracted to the female you're friends with, doesn't mean that female wasn't romantically attracted to you. So, that's what I'm saying. And I believe what I actually said in that video is it usually doesn't work. Involved with or not is unknown. Probably is. Let's be real. Men and women really can't be friends platonically. It really doesn't work out. Like, most of the time, there's romantic involvement from one of the parties. Alright, well, that's it for my video, guys. Give me your thoughts down below. And maybe if you give me your hate comments down below, you'll make it in my next episode of Hate Comments. Give me a like, I hope you liked the video, guys. Please subscribe for more, and I will see you guys later. Peace.